Welcome to IT Weekly, the show that helps you enhance instruction through innovation.
In today's episode, you're going to learn how to become more familiar with the tools in Canvas through the Canvas Challenge.
So one of the things that we want to try to accomplish here on IT Weekly is to help all of our teachers become more familiar, more comfortable with using Canvas. Canvas is the state learning management system. It's spreading through CMS, and a lot of teachers are using it and enjoying it. So we want to do our part to help you be more familiar, more comfortable with using these tools. And what we're going to do it through our IT Weekly is we're going to do a series through the Canvas Challenge. The Canvas Challenge is something that's available as a course for everybody, and it is something that will kind of walk you through all of the features, or at least most of the more common ones that you're going to be using in Canvas. So we're going to walk you through that Canvas Challenge here through this series that we're calling the Canvas Challenge here for IT Weekly. Now there's a couple of things that you need to be familiar with as you are starting your Canvas Challenge. First of all, it's important to make sure that you have dual windows open. So when you do the Canvas Challenge, you are enrolled in that as a student. So when you do the task in the Canvas Challenge, you're going to want to do that in a course where you are the teacher. Now, we recommend that you use your sandbox. There's a course that has been created for you called Sandbox. It'll say your name in the sandbox. David Casavecchia Sandbox, Aubrey Harrison Sandbox. You can go to that course and you can begin creating all the things for your Canvas Challenge there. Your sandbox is just a place where you can go and play, and you can create things without having to worry about whether or not you're messing up your actual courses that have been pulled down from PowerSchool. So you're going to want to make sure that as you're using your Canvas Challenge that you have both options open. You can have it in 2 tabs or in 2 windows, whatever works best for you. When you open the Canvas Challenge, there's going to be plenty of pre-activities that are going to help you get familiar with those, and we're going to talk about those a little bit through these videos. But the whole purpose of this series, talking about the Canvas Challenge, is helping you all get familiar with using Canvas, because it's an excellent tool. It's a terrific learning management systems that you can incorporate into your classroom. So we're going to get started today by looking at the Canvas Challenge.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started by identifying where the Canvas Challenge is actually located. So once you log into Canvas, if you would go ahead and select Courses, and then if you don't see Canvas Challenge under your favorite courses, you can click on View All or Customize. That's going to pull up all of your courses. You will then see Canvas Challenge there, and if you want to actually favorite that, it will then show up under your favorites. So let's go ahead and click on Canvas Challenge.
So one of the first things you're going to see when you get to the Canvas Challenge is the pre-challenge activities. And these are a variety of different activities that are mostly videos, and they are just designed to get your feet wet, to introduce you to some of the basic facets of the Canvas Challenge. So you'll just be able to click through each one and walk through it. So I'm just going to click on this first one, and you'll see that there's a video here, there's some information, and you'll be able to take a look at that, view the video, and then when you want to move on to the next one, you can go down right here at the bottom and hit next, and that'll take you to the next part where you can again watch the videos, click on the links, and then read the content for that. And then you can do that for all the pre-challenge activities. The only aspect of the pre-challenge activities where you actually have to complete something is this paint the scene, and it's basically a discussion board where it's asking you to post something in the discussion board. You'll notice after each time that you have completed that particular pre-challenge activity, you'll get the screen the screen check mark to indicate that you completed it, and you can move on from there. So once you have completed all your pre-challenge activities, you are ready for the Canvas Challenge. So let's go get started with Challenge 1.
Okay, in order to get started with the Canvas Challenge, we're going to go ahead and start with Challenge 1, and that's how to customize the course navigation.
Now remember, we said this in the opening, we just wanted to give you another quick reminder that when you start the Canvas Challenge, you also want to have another tab or window open with one of your Canvas courses where you're the teacher. We recommend that you use your sandbox, but if you want to, you're certainly welcome to use one of your PowerSchool courses.
So Canvas Challenge 1, customizing your course navigation. You're going to get a very brief description of what the first challenge is going to ask you to do, as well as an overview video that's explaining kind of in depth what the expectations are of this challenge. So as you can see, it will give you an explanation of what the course navigation is and how to actually edit that course navigation, and it will also give you the challenge, what you actually need to accomplish, because keep in mind that they're asking for very specific details of what you need to do inside that. So they're going to ask you to remove or hide all links except for this list right here. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do in our sandbox. So let's go ahead and click on our sandbox course. I've opened up another tab in my web browser. And on the left-hand side, this is your course navigation. You'll see this in any of your Canvas courses. Now, if you want to take a look, you'll see some of the options are grayed out. And these grayed out options choices, the course navigation choices, mean that the students cannot see those items when they are inside that course. However, you can see them and click on them even though the students can't. So keep that in mind. So if you want to edit this navigation, this course navigation, we're going to scroll down to the bottom and click on Settings, and then we're going to click on the Navigation tab. And if you remember, the Canvas Challenge asks us to hide all of the links except for a certain list. So in order to do that, you will see a list of all of the course navigation links that are available to you. And next to each one, you'll see a gear. If you click on that gear, you will see the word Disable. So what we're going to do is, if we go back, we can actually take a look and see all of the links that they asked us to remove. So we know that they don't want people to be there. So one way of removing the people course navigation is, like I said, clicking on the gear and then selecting Disable. Now you do have another option. We know that they don't want, they want you to actually make it so the syllabus is not viewable. So you could actually drag and drop this at the very bottom, and the syllabus will not be visible now either. So once you are done selecting and disabling the course navigations that they've asked you to disable, you will then need to go ahead and click on Save.
Now, if you want to submit this assignment, you have the navigation, course navigation menu set up just like they want. All you have to do is we're going to copy the URL for this particular course. So David's going to go up here, we're going to select the URL, we're going to copy and paste that, copy it. And now we're going to go to the Canvas Challenge, and we're going to scroll up, or I guess scroll up to the top, and then select Submit Assignment. And now we will be able to copy and paste the website URL right in there, and then click Submit Assignment. And now Challenge 1 has been submitted.
So we're now going to complete Challenge 2 in the Canvas Challenge, and that's customizing your Canvas course homepage. And once you click on Challenge 2, it's going to give you a brief, just kind of a rundown of what the expectations are, as well as what they want you to do with this challenge. And what they're asking you to do is to change the homepage of your course. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and start by going to our sandbox course.
So it's important for you to realize that when you choose your course homepage, this is the first thing that your students are going to see when they select your course. So right now for the Canvas Challenge, we're going to be using the course modules, but when you are using your own personal courses or the courses that are coming down from PowerSchool, you're going to want to be more strategic or selective about what your course homepage is going to be.
So in order to change your course homepage, just go ahead on the right-hand side and select Choose Homepage, and you will see a list of 5 different homepages that you get to select from. Now, the Canvas Challenge 2 tells you that you need to change your course homepage to Course Modules. So we're going to go ahead and select Course Modules, and then select Save. Now that we've changed our homepage, we can go ahead and copy the URL and go back to our Challenge 2 in the Canvas Challenge, select Submit Assignment, and then paste our URL, and then select Submit Assignment. And now you have completed Challenge 2 in the Canvas Challenge.
The third challenge from the Canvas Challenge talks about gathering materials for your units, topics, and uploading files into your course in Canvas. So when you click on this particular challenge, again, just like normal, you'll see information about it here. You'll see the video to kind of give you an idea of how you can upload files into your course, and then it gives you some additional details about essentially the idea of uploading things that you can reuse later in the Canvas Challenge. So what we're going to do is we're now going to hop over into David's sandbox, and we're going to add some files into his Canvas course. So I'm going to click on his sandbox here. In the navigation menu over here on the side, they do have a files option here. Even though it's grayed out, it's still live for me as a teacher, so I can still click on this to add files to this particular course. So I can go in here, and now it gives me some options in terms of organization on how I can manage my files. So if I needed to, I can organize my folders. I can create a folder and hit add folder. I'm going to give my folder a name, app of the week. And then I'll just add one more for IT Weekly. So now I have two folders in my Canvas course where I can upload files into. So I'm just going to click on my App of the Week folder, and I'm going to click this blue upload button, and that will allow me to select a file. So I'm going to select the blue button, and it'll bring me here to my computer, things I have on my desktop, and now I can select which file I want to upload. So I'm just going to select this first one, App of the Week, and that's going to move that file, that doc, into my App of the Week folder. I can do the same thing with my IT Weekly folder. I can click on that, hit upload, and now I can upload my IT Weekly document into my IT Weekly folder in Canvas. So now I have all of that set. Now the only thing I have to do now is submit the URL. So I'm going to go up here to the top, click on here, going to hit Control-C on my computer to copy this, and now I can go back to my Canvas course, to my blue button for Submit Assignment. Once I select that, I can copy and paste the URL in here to submit my assignment, and now my Challenge 3 portion of the Canvas Challenge is completed. So those are the first 3 challenges for the Canvas Challenge that we just walked you guys through. So hopefully that will get you guys started as you are looking to learn more about using Canvas. So that was the first episode of this series on the Canvas Challenge. I'm pretty sure that by the time we get through this, everyone's going to feel a lot more comfortable with using it, and that's kind of the goal here, make sure everybody is familiar and comfortable with using all the features that are available in Canvas.
You're right, and guys, it's that time of the month. I know we're a week or two late. Hey, better late than never.
Yeah, exactly.
With our Innovative Teacher of the Month. We have a great one today. She is a teacher from Piedmont Middle School. Her name is Julie Weingartner. Congratulations, Miss Weingartner. She was nominated by Miss Gerthy. Let's take a look at what she has to say about Miss Weingartner. Miss Weingartner is an orchestra teacher who has fully embraced personalized learning. She assigns written reflections based on Paul Solar's Learn Like a Pirate. She uses personalized learning playlists in piano class, and she fully integrates technology into the teaching of music. From metronome and tuning apps to making flipped classroom videos so the students can play along with her when they practice their instruments at home, to videoing students so she can better coach them as they move from novice to master. In addition, Ms. Weingartner is very student-centered and concerned about the whole child. She is an excellent advisory teacher and has great relationships with her students throughout the 3 years she teaches them. She is a true coach and mentor and helps them grow in all areas of their life. Wow, she is doing amazing things at Piedmont. I know Lisa's mentioned on numerous occasions all the great things Ms. Weingartner is doing, so congratulations and keep up the great work. That's going to do it. Make sure they check out our blog.
Right.
And make sure you guys check us out on Twitter. Our handle is at CMS to the Core. You can check us out on the web. The URL is j.mp/cmslearnsnet. You can also email one of us at our CMS Learns email address. Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you guys check us out next week for another edition of IT Weekly.